still here in Nollywood, New York City. Like I said, it's the Nigerian Film Festival, and as you can see behind me, some of the stars are already arriving. I'm not sure who exactly this is. I think it's one or two actresses sitting in the car. We'll wait to see who it is, and hopefully we can get one or two questions in, before they rush inside for the film premiere. Stay with us. Hi, AY.
Hi, boss.
How you doing?
I'm alright.
My name is Yemi, Info Nollywood.
Yeah, Info Nollywood.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Big fan. I've seen your shows on YouTube mostly.
Okay.
But welcome to New York. Is it your first time here in New York?
Yeah, actually, this is my first time in New York, and we're here for the Nigerian Entertainment Awards, and we're here to have fun.
Great. So what should the fans back home and those here in New York and like the DMV area, for example, where we're from, what should they look forward to?
Well, entertainment, non-stop entertainment, and that's the reason why we're here. We're here to celebrate Nigeria, one country that is blessed with different talented human resources. And now that we're here, we are here to be a major part of the glees and razzmatazz. Just get ready for the fun of your life.
Okay, I'm going to ask you one more question because I know you want to rush inside. I know there's a comedy show tonight with Julius Agu. Will you be there?
Of course, I'm just going to come support my brother. I'll be there. Yeah, sure.
Thank you so much, brother.
God bless.
It's nice to see you. Acting a long time. Is this your first time in New York?
No.
Okay. So, what does this mean to you?
It's the first Nollywood Film Festival in New York, and my movie from my production studio is screening. It feels great to be part of a new, will I say new Nollywood, or a part of a way forward for Nollywood. So it's screening for people to come watch for free, the 30 minutes festival copy. And of course, people can also see DVDs from Nollywood. It kind of introducing Nollywood or reintroducing Nollywood to mainstream. I like what Iroko TV represents, and I'm happy to work with them in partnership for this.
I'm going to ask you one more question because I know you guys want to rush inside. Seeing as how the Nigerian movie industry is growing and we're coming to New York to do things like this, I always, tend to ask, how long is it going to take, or how soon do we expect to see the Nigerian movie industry doing productions reaching the level of Hollywood?
We're not exactly where we're supposed to be. We're also not where we used to be. That's a progress, and as long as there's a demand for the movie and high quality productions, there will be more of that. I always say do not compare Nollywood with Hollywood. They've been there over 100 years. We're barely 25 years old. But then again, we're Nigerians, we're always in a hurry.
Thank you so much.
You back. You were here last year doing our NEAs. How did you enjoy last year?
It was fun, but I think this year is better.
Why do you think it's better this year?
Because they've done more work. They say a good actor goes the extra mile. So yeah, I think they've done more work. So yeah.
So I was a witness to something yesterday, and I was truly pleased. You were on the runway doing your thing. Was that your first time modeling?
No, I do modeling, but in Nigeria. That's my first time in New York.
So how did you feel?
Oh, it's exciting. It feels different. Maybe because of the environment. So it feels different.
Well, you did a great job yesterday, and also tell me about your outfit. Like, who picked it out?
My stylist, Tiana. She styles me for all my events, and so we're crossing Hollywood. So we're still doing great.
Well, you did a great job, and you look absolutely beautiful. And welcome to New York again. Thank you.
Souza, model,
right.
actress.
Yes, the producer, the whole shebang.
Superwoman.
Originally from London. No, I'm originally from Nigeria. Get that right. Sorry, mommy, daddy. I'm a Niger, full-blooded, fledged Niger African woman who was raised in London, France. So I had the opportunity to go to theatre school there, which was great. And I've done quite a lot over there. And I'm now come to Nigeria to test the entertainment field. And it's my first time here at the NEA.
Okay, so what have you done already, like in the Nollywood scenery in Nigeria as a Nigerian actress, Superwoman?
The Superwoman Nigerian part is in the process. Okay. So I just finished my first Nollywood film with the director's Neville OC. and through the cues from Last Flight to Abuja.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys...
I've heard about it, yeah.
Yeah, so a few of the actors from there are in that film. So I just had my little role there, and it was very challenging.
Okay.
Like coming from England and filming and what you're used to, and then filming Niger style.
So what are the challenges being from England and going to Nigeria to act? Like, is there any difference in the scenery and the people, the production?
Definitely there's a major difference. Everyone tells me not to have a conception yet because it's only my first Nollywood, so I don't want to knock anybody, but definitely the way we're taught in theatre school, as in when I got on set, I had to throw all that out the window and just look at everybody, pick up on how they're doing and everything, and just sort of like stand on my 2 feet and just grab the bull by the horn, like they say, and go for it. So I think I did pretty well.
So what are you currently working on, and what should we expect from you as the new face in Nollywood?
All right. New face, keep a lookout for here. I'm here to have a good time. I'm here to try and bring a new face to the entertainment industry in Nigeria. So not just Nollywood. I don't stop there at acting. I want to be a socialite, get into politics. I have a master's in international politics, campaign and advocacy. So I definitely see the entertainment industry as a platform to execute my political ambition.
Okay, girl, Superwoman, the new Superwoman of 2012 from London, and she is Nigerian if you don't know.
Yeah, thank
Actors
you.
of Brooklyn Shakara. Please, what is your name?
Joe Amato.
So, how is it acting in a Nigerian film based here?
Well, I was the only white guy in the film.
How does it feel to be the only white guy?
Oh, it felt great because it was a comedy, and it was very well done, and they just showed it inside, and people were roaring laughing. So that's when you're getting laughs, it doesn't matter. You know, it's just great.
So, was there any difficulties being that you're not from Nigeria, like getting along with the role and the actresses and actors?
Oh no, the movie is the film is set here in New York City.
Okay.
So it felt just like you were doing a situation comedy here in New York.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's a great story of two families coming together, African families having to be joined together by marriage, and I played the role of the lead actors. I was his boss in the film.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. So, are you going to be in another Nigerian film, or just what else have you done? Like, tell us more about yourself.
Well, I've done a lot of independent films and sitcoms and web videos, and I auditioned for the role, hoping to get a trip to Africa.
Wow.
But I only made it to Brooklyn.
That's great.
Maybe next time.
But where in Africa would you like to go?
Anywhere.
Anywhere, just as long as it's Africa, right?
As long as Africa, yeah.
Okay, well, it's nice to meet you.
Thank you very much.
The PR of Nigerian Entertainment Awards. Now, we know you're the major person who was in the background of the whole production. So what is it like?
Well, I wouldn't say the major person in the background. There's a whole team of us who work together, you know, different circles coming together making this project work. But I do handle PR for the Nigerian Entertainment Awards, and it's been a great experience. This is the second year I'm working with the team, and a lot goes into this. It's just so much work, and when it finally comes together in 3 days, we're just so excited to see it, you know, go smoothly and everyone has a good time.
So far, the fashion show went down yesterday on Friday night. So how do you think that was?
It went well. This is the first time in the 7-year history of the NEA Awards that we're putting together a fashion show. We just looked at it that, you know, African fashion is going places right now. You know, you have Fashion Week taking place in Nigeria, and we decided we should try something to celebrate the fashion designers here in New York. And it did go well. It was a small, intimate event. You know, it wasn't huge like New York Fashion Week, but
it's a start.
It's a start. It's a start, and we had 7 designers, and everybody was impressed with the work. You know, it was a nice networking event. It was great, and we're excited, and hopefully we could do it again next year.
So what should we expect for tomorrow, the main day, the main award show?
Well, we're excited. It's 7 years for Nigerian Entertainment Awards, and this is huge. Last year was huge, but trust me, this year is
every year
it's
gets
huge.
bigger.
Yeah. I mean, we have Chuck Boys in the building, we have EME in the building, we have actresses, Uche Jumbo, Susan Peters, Funke Akindele, AY is hosting, like you name. I feel like we brought the whole of Nigerian entertainment to New York. So I don't know who's left in Nigeria, but it's gonna be a great show. It's gonna be a great show, and we're excited, and we look forward to having a great time.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing the show tomorrow. And
Yeah.
so thank you very much for your time.
My pleasure.
Juliet Ibrahim, the Ghanaian actress. Lovely. I love your outfit.
Thank you.
So do you dress yourself, or do you have like somebody who dresses you?
I actually had a stylist for today. Oyato Designs.
Oyato,
Yeah.
lovely.
Yeah, she's from Nigeria.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is your involvement here at the Nollywood Entertainment Awards?
Well, I'm nominated for tomorrow's event, the NEA Awards for Pan-African Actress.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just here, and right now I'm here to support my friend Uche Jumbo.
Okay.
Yeah, on the screening of a movie.
Okay. So what does it feel like to be nominated? And is this your first time being in New York?
No, it's my first time being nominated at the NEA.
Okay.
But I'm very, very honored, and I'm looking forward to winning.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hope you win. So gorgeous.
Thank you.
Thank
Here
you.
with the producer of a movie they just screened here called Unwanted Guest. And please, could you introduce yourself to them?
Yeah, my name is Chuck Ajoko, and I live out here in Queens. I'm the producer of Unwanted Guest.
And we just saw the movie screen, about a 15-minute clip. Very intriguing, very suspenseful, full of drama, but also had, comedic bits to it. And while we were inside, you mentioned really briefly that the movie was actually a true story. And I know you don't want to spoil anything, but
I could. I said it already. It's my twin brother's story, and this happened like 10 years back. So after a while, he settled now. Things are going well with him. I spoke to him about it. We had an agreement. I said, listen, I could make this movie and people will like it. Everybody will learn from it. People, men, women, everybody will get to know what long distance relationship could do, not to everybody, to some people, and how you can overcome some of the obstacles in dealing with people or loved ones not staying very close to where you are. So he gave me the go ahead, and I wrote the original script and we produced it.
Watching such a good movie as an aspiring filmmaker myself, it pains me sometimes when I see movies like this, but in a way I think they don't get enough recognition or enough reward. How do you choose to address that kind of thing?
Well, we have a way of dealing. Nollywood is new. We're all new in this industry, so we have a little habit of getting films or trying to see films that we know with familiar faces in it. We have beautiful actors that are unknown. Unless you bring them out, you're not gonna know how good they are. So I took my chance. I said, you know what? I like the underdogs. Let me work with people that are not known to just start to make a difference. I might not be able to make the difference, but I just want to start the light that will create the chance for us to make that difference in the industry.
I love what you said right there, bringing up the underdogs, and you seem to me like you might be a visionary that people don't know yet, because you're doing things that people are in the industry are afraid to do, and so I guess it'd be right for me to ask you, what advice do you give people back home who are making movies? What things do you want to see to improve Nollywood?
Well, if we have to improve Nollywood, we have to come up with stories that make sense. It takes a good script, a good cast director, and your movie is excellent. All they need to do, if I were in my position to advise them, is just to look for real stuff. Let us stop copying what anybody has done. Let us sit back. We all have stories in our life. You know what I'm saying? Be more creative, and also allow the people, the underdogs, to come out. Expose these guys. Let them come out and show you the quality that they have or the talent that's within. Because if we cannot do that, we're going to drag this industry to the mud. We can't keep repeating faces. We can't keep seeing the same faces every day. These are great guys, but they need to hold people's hands and take them up to where they are at some point.
Amazing interview. Aida, the actress for Unwanted Guest. I told you I was going to get her, and I did. Sophie, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
I love the 15-minute clip I saw in the movie. I mean, you did such an amazing job, and I was asking you, before we started filming, you said you're from Cameroon?
Yes, I'm Cameroonian.
Were you born here?
I was born in Paris.
Amazing.
Cameroonian, yes.
I see it. The hairdo is looking amazing. I love it.
Really? Thank you.
And how long have you been acting?
I've been acting since I was 2 years old. Theater, mostly. And I got into film about 5 years ago.
Okay.
And it's been my second love now. So.
You live here in New York?
I live in New York, yes.
Did you do any of your training? Did you take any of your acting classes here in New York?
I did. I took acting classes here. I took acting classes in Paris, and I also took acting classes back in Cameroon. But I was really young in Cameroon, and here in New York, I trained. Well, I did a lot of the Actors Guild, the Actors Work. Not the Actors Guild, the Actors Gym.
Okay.
With Miles Maker. He's an American producer and director, and he organized every Sunday or every one Sunday every month, like a gym, for actors to come and practice their craft basically on stage with some producers and some directors in the house, kind of like guiding them and giving them, directions and stuff like that. So, it was really great for me. It was a great experience, to jump into New York and jump into the independent film market and learning from my peers and learning from known directors or actors and producers, etc.
Okay, so I know, after doing this, I'm more than sure you're going to be getting calls from Nollywood, and you're going to be getting calls from, Cameroon and a lot of, American independent films also. And I hate to put you on the spot, but where would you say your loyalty lies? Independent, if mainstream comes calling, I know you probably want to go there as well, but would you say your loyalty lies somewhere?
I'll say that my loyalty lies into promoting my continent, and I feel like as long as what I'm doing and as long as the choice that I'm making is promoting the African continent and putting us on the map, then, that's all that matters to me. So whether it's independent, whether it's Nollywood, whether it's, the Cameroonian film industry, the Ghanaian film industry, Japan, I don't know, mainstream American, as long as they know that I'm African and they know that I'm proudly African, and I'm doing a good job and I'm representing for my continent in the right way, then that's mostly what matters to me.
Have you been back home?
I have. I just came back in March.
Okay.
And then last year I was there in September, and then the year before I was there in January. So yes.
You're being a native. you're acclimating yourself to Cameroon, I guess. I mean,
it was not Cameroon. I went to Nigeria. I went to South Africa. Hey. I'm a true African.
How did you enjoy Nigeria?
I love Nigeria. Honestly, I had a lot of how can I say that?
Don't be shy.
Okay, I had preconceived, notions about Nigeria, just because, when you live outside of Nigeria, when you live outside of the African continent, people tend to tell stories, and when you have never been there, you will believe the stories. And I was scared. I won't lie. I was scared at first. But then when I got there, I was so impressed. I was beautifully impressed. I was very much inspired by, the youth and seeing, everything that they're doing, in all aspects of life, whether it was the art scene or the business scene or, the educational scene. It's a beautiful country. The energy there is very, very strong, and it encourages, I think, the African youth to do better, and to want to get further and be noticed and be recognized for our talent,
Sophie Aide, it's a pleasure. Sophie Aida. I said I love that name, but for some reason I can't seem to get it. I will get it. And when you get up there, don't forget us. We'll be right. But we will try to, as much as possible, to keep in touch, and we will be chasing you down whenever we see you. You did such an amazing job. your producer also mentioned he's bringing your movie to DC. We look forward to that. We here at Info Nollywood will keep in touch. And the director of the movie, Toby, which also screened here, and we'll be asking them a few questions about the movie. Tell us about the movie, Toby.
Oh, well, first of all, my name is Bethels Agomo, and I directed the movie Toby, and over here is my producer and writer. Thank you. The movie Toby, by the way, is pretty much the story of our youth in the U.S., going through the culture shock. And of course the parents in the U.S. also going through the balancing the American culture and the African culture. That's pretty much what Toby is all about in a nutshell.
And you guys are based here in New York?
Yes, we are.
One thing I've noticed, I love New York. I wish I could live here. It looks like for everything, New York is always at the forefront. What was the inspiration? What made you guys put this into writing and, stray away from the norm of what we see in Nollywood?
Well, first of all, New York is a big apple, all right? And Emmanuel, the writer, you can say he's very young, he's a youth. So he's got this youthful idea as to going away from the norm. And when he presented it to us, we figured, that's actually a breath of fresh air from what we're used to. So it was all his idea. We just brought the whole thing to light.
Ask the writer a question. Absolutely. But first of all, tell us what your name is.
My name is Emmanuel Uche.
And was this your first movie you wrote?
Yeah, it's actually my first feature film that I wrote. I haven't done anything, but I've been watching Mr. Bethels do magic with a camera. I've known him for a long time, probably up to 10, 12 years. And in 2006, I spoke to him about a film that I wanted to do, but at that time I wasn't ready, and he told me I wasn't ready. So I went back and I did my homework, and in 2010 I was ready. So I wrote the story and I gave it to him, and it was like a light bulb. And there's always something called draft. When I first gave it to him, he was like, this is good, but we got to make it greater. And then here we are, featuring Toby.
So here you are, a young writer. And I don't want to call you a Nollywood writer, because I have a feeling you're going to want to write for Hollywood and do some other things as well. But here you are, a young writer writing for a Nollywood film, and you're already going through the steps and going through the trials and tribulations that a normal, not a Hollywood writer would go through. How did you deal with that? How did you, fight through that?
Well, it's pretty tough, but you just have to keep pushing yourself. And one of the things that I myself do, I look at the greatest people who've done things, like Steve Jobs said, because I'm from an IT background, so pardon the example that I'm given. Steve Jobs said, everything has been done before, you just have to look at the best and find out what you can do better within the best. So that's what I'm doing. So, and I'm very happy that I have people like Bethels around me and a couple other people to always direct me, and it's been very good so far, but it's very challenging. You just have to keep pushing yourself.
I have to say, this is very inspirational. The movies that have premiered here tonight, I can, go back when we, talk to our fans, and I can say and vouch for you guys. You guys are channeling the new generation. I'm really, really proud. Thank you so much for coming out here.
Just one last thing. I just want to make a point of correction, because there's Hollywood and there's Nollywood. We need to stop comparing the two industries, because our stories are totally different, our audience is totally different, and it's an industry that's about to explode. It's not really, we haven't scratched Nollywood yet. So Hollywood is Hollywood, and Nollywood is Nollywood. So until we're not aspiring to be Hollywood, I'm being very blunt. We're trying to make Hollywood the best in the world, and not to aspire to be Hollywood. That's just my point.
A great point, very well stressed. Very, very important. But I don't like to act like, I'm too familiar. So I'm going to let this person introduce themselves. Big shot, though. I'll just let you know that. Big shot. How you doing, sir?
Fine, thank you.
Could you let your people know?
My name is Oliver Mbamara. I'm a filmmaker, I'm an attorney in New York, and also a producer.
And I heard that name is synonymous to one of the first, and correct me if I'm wrong, one of the first Nollywood movies made here in the States. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think it's called This America.
Okay.
Yeah, we did it as far back as 2003, 2004, when we were ushering in, trying to get the Nollywood fever over to the US and the Continental. This America is its name. We actually had a sequel to it called On the Run Again, which we released not long ago. Yeah.
And I've noticed the New York approach to, Nollywood filmmaking is a little unique. You guys have a little bit of a more polished approach to it. What's the inspiration you guys have? I don't know what it is.
Well, I take it as a compliment, and thank you very much. I think it's just the New York thing, you got to understand that New York and LA, Hollywood, these are the two center points for entertainment, and usually your content comes up against a lot of other contents in terms of comparison, challenge, and all that. So you got to be careful about what you are doing. When we did This America as far back as 2003, 2004, we used police. We had to use the film unit of the New York Police Department. We had police officers with us with real uniform, police cars and everything. It's not like on some other places where you can stand on the street and just shoot. In New York, you got to make sure you have the permits or you have the right authority to be where you are. We shot in the subway. We had to make sure we had to get some consents and authorization to do that. So something about New York, I don't know how to say, it's a New York thing.
Did you like the movie?
I did.
Which movie did you like?
I would say it was a tie. I like the last one that we just saw, My Life, My Damage, and I like Brooklyn Shakara.
Okay. I didn't see Toby, but I heard it was good. What do you think about it?
It was okay. I wouldn't say that it was bad, but it wasn't my favorite.
Well, what about the other one, Unexpected Guest?
I thought that was very interesting, yes. I like that one as well.
Okay. Thanks for coming.
Thank
you. You have a good day. Hi.
Hi.
What's your name?
Lola.
And what movie did you like?
I like the My Life, My Damage. It was really nice.
Okay. What did you think about the others, like Unexpected Guest and Brooklyn Shakara?
It was okay. I liked it.
But you prefer My Life? What was it again?
My Life, My Damage.
My Life, My Damage?
I really like that because that was really emotional. And I like the AY Creep. It was very funny.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming out.
Clarice.
And are you Nigerian? Where are you from?
No, I'm not. My mom found out in the newspaper. She told me that this was happening and it was free, and I enjoyed the movies. I watch them usually in the braiding salons. So I just came up.
Someone, and she was the lead in one of the movies we saw here called Brooklyn Shakara, and she did a really good job. I want to ask Esosa, tell us about the movie. How was it? Give us your experience on the set.
Working on the set was really amazing. All of the actors are very professional, very trained, very talented. I was really honored to work with Benga Akinagbe. He's a great actor, and he played my fiance in the movie. My mother was played by Ibi Bassi, who's also another great Nigerian actress. And it was a lot of fun. We had a great time together. It was a comedy, so there was a lot of funny moments, and we had fun behind the scenes as well.
One thing I noticed coming here today is, I feel like it's safe to say that the next generation of Nigerian films started here. It's here today. How do you feel about that?
I think there was a lot going on today that was very inspiring. I think the quality was great. A lot of the stories were great. You could tell people put effort into the scripts. And I think I'm excited about being a part of a new generation that is really pushing to take Nollywood to another level.
Where were you born?
I was born here in the States, and both of my parents are from Edo State. And yeah.
Have you ever been back home?
I actually haven't yet. Isn't that crazy? And that's exactly what my friend was just talking about. She was like, you need to go back home immediately, and I actually really want to. Yeah.
You need to go back home and claim your star, because trust me, you're already a superstar. By the time this movie comes out, people are gonna be clamoring to see more of you. And I have to say firsthand, I'm proud of what you guys are doing. You guys make people like me proud, because I've told everybody I've spoken to here today, I'm trying to be a filmmaker, and I'm doing it for people like you. So to come here and see you guys do what you do, it's really, really inspiring. Please keep doing what you do. Please keep doing what you do.
And it's a wrap here at the Nollywood Film Festival here in New York City. We're live on Info Nollywood, and we'll see you tomorrow at the Nigerian Entertainment Award.